Hey guys, Bix here, and in today's video, as you guys just saw, we are not working on the NASCAR today. We're going to be switching it up a little bit and working on the SOLEX. Now, some of you new viewers may not know about this bike, but you probably have seen it just sitting in the background of every single video. But this is a 1964 Velo SOLEX made in France. I mean, this thing's pretty interesting. It's a front-wheel drive moped with a 49cc two-stroke engine, and I got this thing like 2 summers ago, but I have never been able to get it running. Now, I have been able to get smoke, you know, just come out of the exhaust every now and then, but I've never heard it actually fire and run. So today I am destined to try and get this thing running. I've been working on it lately, not really doing much, just kind of just turning the engine over with the drill, because in order to turn this engine over, you need to push this lever forward, which then puts it against the tire, and then when you push it, it turns over the engine. But I can't run with it for that long when it hasn't ran in years, so it's gonna need a lot of cranking over for it to actually probably fire. So I got a drill and hooked it up to there, and I'm able to spin the engine over really, really quick. The compression does seem maybe a little bit low, but I can feel it and hear it, and it does have spark. So the probably main 2 issues that will make this thing not run is not enough compression, or it's not getting any fuel. And the fuel setup on this thing is crazy. This, I guess, is the carburetor for it. It is very different. I've never seen anything like it. It has a whole like throttle blade. This is the choke right here. It has a compressor for it to start. I mean, this is nothing I've ever worked with. So today I want to go ahead and take off this whole little carburetor piece, clean it all out, because it's probably been dirty in there for who knows how long. And then hopefully once I'm able to clean that, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to take it apart, just because I have no idea what it contains. But just based on looking on it, I mean, this is the intake right here. It has like a jet right there. So that's kind of odd. But we will just see what we run into. But before I start, as you guys know, I haven't been making videos as frequently as I have been. Like, I've just been a couple of days behind on each video just because of school and everything, and the weather has not been great at all. But the videos, I promise you guys, are going to be speeding up a lot, like a lot, because there's a huge thing coming soon. I'm working on it, and it will be revealed to you guys soon, so stay tuned. Alrighty, so let's get started with this. First thing I want to do is take this off, as I just said, and then it also has like a fuel line that runs all the way around into this thing and then into the gas tank. I did recently put some new fuel in there, some 2-stroke, so we don't need to worry about that. But anyway, guys, let's get started. So as I'm taking this all apart, I'm realizing that every single bolt pretty much is a 9mm, and I don't have a 9mm wrench. And in order to take off that little fuel line fitting, I need a 9mm wrench. So I'm gonna go make a run to AutoZone, pick that up real quick, and then we'll be back working on this thing. Got the wrench, now let's get back to work. Alrighty guys, so I just pulled off the carb, or whatever this part is, and honestly I don't even know where to begin, because it doesn't seem like it can come apart anywhere. This hole right here is where the fuel went in, and it looks like that there is some junk in there, and it does look a little bit clogged up. So I'm gonna go ahead, shoot some carb cleaner through there, see if that helps. Then I'll see what I can do with this jet and everything. But I mean, there's nothing really to this, like there's nowhere to take anything off. So I make sure that these lines aren't all clogged up or anything, and that fuel is getting into the combustion chamber, even though that this thing goes into from the bottom of the cylinder, which doesn't make any sense. I have no idea, but let's just see what happens. Alrighty guys, so right now I just want to check and see if this first line is clogged up, so I'm gonna just spray some cleaner through it, and let's see. Yep, all right, it's coming out, so that is good. So inside of this bottom one, there's two-stroke fuel. I can easily smell it. So I mean, if there's fuel going from here into here, then I'm gonna guess that this line is clear, because there's really no great way to really test it. I really would like to take off this side piece and see what's under there, but I don't want to risk damaging that gasket, because I have no idea where I'm gonna be able to get a gasket for this thing, or any parts at all for it. I mean, I really want to take it off. I can try and not damage it at all, but who knows the last time this thing was taken off, probably when it was made. I mean, worst comes to worst, I probably could use gasket maker, but I really want to try and keep that original gasket on there. The fuel in here seems kind of old, so I mean, I'm not sure. It seems mostly just like oil more than fuel, but I can definitely smell the fuel in it. It smells just like a two-stroke mixture. I mean, I'm gonna assume that it's fine though. Worst comes to worst, if I'm doing everything and I still can't get it to start, then I'm just gonna go ahead and pull this off and see what it looks like in there. So now that both fittings are on, I do actually want to go ahead and try something before I slap it on this part. I want to try and just spray some, starter fluid or something down there and see if I can get it to fire at all before I put this back on, because this part could be malfunctioning. So I want to try that out real quick, see if anything happens, and if it does, then I know that it will run, and it should run with that part on it. So let's give it a shot. So just spray a little bit in there. Okay.
Two hours later.
Nothing. Because there's air coming out of this where it goes into the bottom of the carburetor, but I do not see how the fuel gets into the combustion chamber, because there's nothing else on this that makes it go in there. This is all that's there, so I feel like I'm missing a part. I don't see any there's no other place to put anything, so I am just totally confused right now. But I mean, I guess I'll just go ahead and mount it up, see what happens. Maybe it needs it to run, so let's give this a shot. Alright guys, so everything is all buttoned up and back together. Let's go ahead and try this out. Choke is on. Dang, nothing. Alright guys, so this kind of sucks. Alright, so I know it's clean in there. I know that we have spark. Compression is I mean, it's there. Yeah, I mean, it's there. So as I was just thinking and wondering where the fuel can possibly get in, I went back to this part right here, and maybe there's some kind of way that since the fuel delivery goes here and then through here, maybe it goes through the engine somewhere and then like up there and then like injects it in. It could maybe. I mean, there's a fuel line that goes up into that part that I just cleaned, but who knows? This part could need a nice cleaning, so I'm gonna go risk it and take this off and see how it looks. Let's see what's under this thing. Well, whatever it is, it doesn't look dirty, but I'm gonna go ahead and take off these lines once again so I can pull off the whole thing and see what's on the inside. Okay. So this looks like a port that goes into here and then travels somewhere along here inside of the engine, so it could honestly go up into there. I wish I knew more about this thing, but there really isn't a lot of stuff about them, so I'm just going off what I already know about dirt bikes and everything like that. And in here, it looks like the fuel from the gas tank might travel in here and then go into this line, but that looks really clogged up, so I think I'm going to clean this all out until I could get proper flowment throughout this part. So I just went ahead and turned over the engine just to see what this might do, and it blew out like some liquid and a little bit of oil. I'm still not sure what it is because it connects to the fuel tank and it goes to like this carburetor. Alrighty guys, so I put it back on. I try using the drill, turning over. I also just try running with it, try and get the fire or anything, and nothing. So the sun is beginning to set, so I kind of need to stop right here, and honestly I don't even know what to do anymore with this thing because I just cannot get this thing to run. It has spark. Usually I could get anything that's been sitting for a while to start, but this thing is just so intricate and like the way it's made and everything, I've never seen anything like it. But I'm gonna do some research, see if I can find any ways to fix it, and I'll catch you guys back once I find something. Alright guys, so we were back here the next day, and I did some research last night and came upon something pretty good. So upon further informing, this is a fuel pump actually, which is pretty neat. And this right here, that right there is the fuel jet. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that off and see what it looks like inside. I'm really hoping that it's gonna be clogged up. So, and there's a fighting chance that that is the issue, that it's not running. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that off real quick and see how it looks. Okay, there's the jet. Inside, there is nothing really to see. I mean, this jet looks clogged, but I still don't understand how fuel is supposed to get to there and into the engine. All the parts are here. I looked at a diagram for SOLEX's and everything is here, so it's got to work somehow. So I'm gonna spray some cleaner through that and through this, I guess. So right inside of the hole of the jet, as you guys can see, there's that other side hole on the bottom, and that leads to the fuel line. So I just stuck the nozzle in there and blew it all out. So if there was anything in there, it's definitely cleaned out now. So I'm gonna throw it back in the jet, and then I'm gonna try and crank it over once again. Dang it. Oh, this is the fuel return right here, and I'm gonna check and see if there's even any fuel coming out of it. Absolutely no fuel, so that is definitely our issue. It's not getting fuel, like, somehow. I'd have to guess that this fuel pump isn't working. So guys, it is a couple minutes later, and I just tried as much as I possibly can do. I mean, I'd say that my best bet is saying that the fuel pump is bad, but I mean, I just tried manually spraying like starter fluid in there and nothing while I was turning it over. But there's got to be some kind of issue with it, maybe low compression. But anyway guys, I'm gonna be definitely doing some more research on this, and for now on this video I'm gonna be ending it here because I just don't know what to do anymore. But comment down below if you guys do know. Follow my social medias, they will be on the outro of this video. But anyway guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share your friends with the channel.